Okay, so let us start this session, guys. Welcome to the data engineering with the Google Cloud platform. Hope you all can hear me clearly. So let us start this session, guys. Okay, so if you guys, yeah, sorry, guys. Yeah, our course name is Data Engineering with the Google Cloud platform. So our main focus is to learn data engineering as well as with the Google Cloud platform. There are plenty of opportunities for the GCP data engineer nowadays, and our main aim is to focus on and try for the job. This is a morely of a job oriented program. With this course, almost 93% got selected. Okay, for the job currently they are working in multiple fields. I've been teaching the same data engineering with the Google Cloud platform from last 1.8 months. Okay, from last more than 1.5 year I've been teaching the Google Cloud platform, guys. So this course is a full packed course if you wanted to become a GCP data engineer. Okay, there are plenty of opportunities. I'm telling you, you put your resume, you get a 20 plus opportunities. That means 20 plus interviews get scheduled in 1 month itself. A very trending job, GCP data engineer. So what is agenda for today, if you ask me? So for the agenda today, I'm going to tell you what is data engineering. Whether you join this course or you not joining this course, I want you guys to let you know that what is data engineering actually, and what is a role of a data engineer. If I wanted to become a data engineer, what are the skills that we need to learn? I'm going to tell you in our first topic. Okay, after that, I will tell you what is this Google Cloud platform and how it is different from the Azure and AWS. What are the benefits of using the GCP over the other cloud platforms? I'm going to talk about here. Okay, and the third topic that I'm going to tell you is that a detailed course curriculum. Okay, a detailed course curriculum such as what are the cloud basics that we are learning, and what are the data engineering tools or services that we are focusing on to become a GCP data engineer. I am going to talk about each and everything in a very detailed, all the topics I am going to tell you here. And after that, finally, the course details. Someone will ask me what are the timings are for the course. So how many hours for the course? So what is the total duration? And whether you guys provide the notes or the recordings, all of those details. I am going to tell you that is our last topic of the today's session, that is course details. Okay, so these are the four topics that we are going to discuss today, guys. This is our very first demo. We are going to see about what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud platform, what is the course curriculum that we are going to have it for the next 2 months of sessions, and the course details. All of these sessions I'm going to tell you one by one. It you can think like this is a 1 hour movie, and we are going to just starting it. Okay, so please pay attention during the session. I'm going to tell you each and everything. By the end of this session, I hope you will be having a very good knowledge on all of these topics. Okay, yeah. Before me starting the sessions, let me introduce myself, guys. My name is Shaik Saidhul. I am currently working as a full-time at solution architect at Quantec. I currently work at Quantec as a full-time solution architect. I am also a consultant at Databricks. Okay, I am also a DPP contractor for the Databricks as well. That is my part-time job. You can think of. I'm a contractor there. And one more thing, I have completed my master's degree from National Institute of Technology. You might have known about NIT Trichy, and I have total 8+ years of experience in the data and AI world. I worked in data, I worked in DevOps, I also currently working in the ML. So I have a very good knowledge on almost all the topics in the data engineering, data analysis, data analyst, ML engineer also. Okay, so this is all about me, guys. So you can call me Sheikh Saidul, and this is what I do every day. I have this many years of experience. I come from this prestigious institute from National Institute of Technology, which is very famous for master's degrees. Yeah. So this is all about me, guys. So what is our first topic? As I told you, I'm going to talk about what is data engineering. Hope you all can clearly hear me. If you guys are facing any issues with an audio or the screen, you have to raise your hand so that I'll let you know. Whenever you have any question, what you have to do, sir, whenever you have any question, in between the sessions, you can raise your hand. When you raise your hand, I give time so that you guys can ask me the question. Okay, so that is what happens during my sessions. Whenever at any point of time, if you feel that you have a question, you raise your hand. In your screen, you will be having a raise hand option will be there. You raise your hand, I'll try to answer that question. Okay, so that is what we will follow. Let's not disturb other people. Okay, just directly, instead of directly talking, raise your hand, so that it's a good practice for all of us. Okay, so let us start this session, guys. What is data engineering? What people do in the data engineering? So what is data engineering? So let us try to understand. Assume that you are working on some project. Assume that you are working on some project. In that project, the data is coming from some application. See, some application, maybe take a Flipkart application. Every day what we do, sir? In a Flipkart is an e-commerce platform. We try to purchase some kind of a products from the e-commerce platform. Whenever you try to place an order, what happens is that some kind of a transactional details get stored, or some kind of a data gets generated here, and that is what we call as a data generated. So you may have a data gets generated from some application, right? So you have the data that is coming from some application, whether it could be a front end application or a back end application, whatever the application it is, or it could be a web service also. So you have a data that is coming from some application. Sometimes you may have a data that is coming from some file format, right? It could be a CSV file, someone creating a CSV file, or someone creating an Excel file, someone creating a JSON file, Avro file. So you may be the data that is coming from some file format, whether it could be a text file or a CSV file or a JSON file or a Parquet file, whatever the file. So the data also comes in the form of a file formats. So the data may come also from some databases. So if you might have heard about it, you have a MySQL or a SQL server. So where those are the databases, the data was already there. So you think that some data is coming from some databases also, or some of the data that is coming from some IoT devices, such as some sensor devices. Assume that some of the data is also generated at sensor devices, because what happens with the sensors? It actually detects something and it will generate some data, right? So these are all the data sources where the data is getting coming from. Okay, so the data is generated at an application, or the data may come from some file format, or the data that is coming from some databases, or the data that is coming from some IoT devices or a sensor devices or a web services, right? What we want, sir, now that, sir, we have the data. So the data is coming from these multiple data sources. So wherever the data is coming from, we usually call that as a data sources. So these are the multiple data sources where the data is coming from. Okay, now that we have the data, what do we do, sir? What do we do? Sir, this data, what the business think is that, what the business managers think is that, if we try to understand this data properly, or if we try to analyze this data properly, this data gives us some kind of a insights. Okay, what they say, the business manager saying that if you try to understand this data, or if you try to analyze this data, this data will give you some kind of a insights. These insights are very useful for your business improvement. These insights are very useful for what, sir? Business improvement. So that is the reason what they say is that this data is very, very, very important for them. Why? Because this data leads to the business improvement. Okay, what is mean by business improvement? Increasing the number of sales, maybe, or improving the customer behavior, or improving the customer satisfaction, or maybe anything which increases their turnover. So what the business manager think is that they have the data coming from multiple data sources. That data, if they try to understand it properly or analyze it properly, that gives you some kind of a insights. Okay, those insights are very, very useful for them to improve the business. Okay, so this is what is the agenda. So if you wanted to understand the data and analyze the data, you need the tools. You need to properly process the data. You need to store the data, you need to analyze the data, and you need to store the data in a single different formats. So this is a high level thing that I have told you here, is that the data that is coming from multiple data sources is very much important for the business, so that they wanted to analyze it. When they analyze it, it gives you some kind of a insights for them to do the business improvement. So if they wanted to analyze it, can we directly analyze it? So if you wanted to analyze it, what you have to do? You first store the data. You first store the data. So you extract this data from multiple data sources. You extract this data from multiple data sources and you store it here. Okay, you extract the data from these multiple data sources and you store it here. Because if you wanted to analyze the data, you need to have the data in a single location, right? See here, this application may be running in some server. This data maybe is there in some other platform, some other storage devices. This database is running in some other server. So if you wanted to do the analysis, sorry, if I wanted to analyze the data has to be there in single location. So that's the reason we extract the data from these multiple data sources and store it in a single location. Usually nowadays people are calling it as a data lake. People nowadays calling it as a data lake, or you can also calling it as a staging area. You can also call it as a staging area. So you extract this data from these multiple data sources and you store it in a single location called data lake. So once the data that is there in the data sources, once the data is there in the data lake, and once you have the data in the data lake, can we directly go for analysis? Can we go for analysis directly? Because whatever the data that you got from the data sources is a raw data. The raw data may have some kind of a duplicates, may have a unnecessary data, may have a null values, may have a different column names. So whatever the data that you have got from the data sources, usually abbreviated as a raw data, usually call it as a, refer it as the raw data. The raw data may have a multiple issues with the data. It may have unnecessary data. It may have some kind of a duplicates. It may have a null values. It may have a different column names which are not required for us at all. So what we wanted to do, sir, the next activity is that I wanted to do the data processing. What I wanted to do, sir, that we already know that this data is having some kind of issues. If I directly go for the analysis, those issues may create a lot of problem for the insights. So that is the reason what I will do. I try to process this data. I will try to process this data. I take the data from this storage layer. I will try to process it. When I say processing, what we are trying to do it, sir, we are removing that null values. We are removing that unnecessary data. We are handling those, we are removing that duplicates, so that we are adding some kind of a value to the data. So that's the reason people also call it as a data processing is nothing but a data preparation, or also called as a value addition process. Value addition process is something that this data, whatever you have here, may not have a full value to it. So if you wanted to process this data, then it will be very useful for the analysis. So that's the reason this process is also called as a data preparation for the analysis purpose. So you prepare the data here for the analysis. So you can also call it as a data processing. Here you remove the duplicates, you remove the unnecessary data, you remove the unnecessary columns, and you do a lot of things here. That is what I call it as a data processing. Once you do the data processing, once you do the data processing, the data is clean now. So here we have the raw data. Now this is a cleaned data. So this cleaned data, we need to store it somewhere. So that is what we call as a data warehouse, where we can do the analysis, where we can perform the analysis. So this is where the location we perform the analysis, guys. Data warehouse is a one of the entire enterprise repository where the data is stored in the form of a data set, where you can able to perform the analysis with the help of a simple language called SQL. SQL is nothing but a structured query language. With the help of it, you can able to perform the analysis in the data warehouses. Okay, so you got the data from the multiple data sources, you stored it, you processed it, you have analyzed it properly. Now this data is now properly analyzed. So those analysis reports will be shown in the form of a BI. So you might have known about the BI, business intelligence people, right? So if you wanted to create some kind of a reports, bar charts, pie charts, whatever some kind of a reports, if you wanted to create it, so there will be a BI person will be there. He creates some kind of a reports and dashboards. And on top of this data, there can be a machine learning engineer who extract this data and they create a machine learning model. Or there can be a data scientist who tries to find a future trend. A data scientist, what will he will do, sir? He will use the existing data and he will try to find the future patterns. And there can be a business group or a business manager who directly utilize this data to improve the business, so this is what is we call it as, okay, this is our sink or downstream, we call it as a downstream. So this is a data source stream, this is a data downstream. Okay, so here look at here, so we are getting the data from these multiple data sources, we store it here, we process it here, we analyze it here, and we try to send the data to the data downstreams. So our downstream can be a BI for creating a dashboard or report, or it can be a machine learning engineer, or it can be a data science team, or it can be a business group directly utilizing this data for the analysis business improvement purpose, right? So this is what is we call it as a data engineering. Not only that, in addition to this one, data engineering also have one of the important topic, that is data governance and monitoring. What it says is that a data governance and monitoring will say is that whatever the data that you are reading from the data sources, the same amount of data you have to send it to the destination, because the quality of the data is very much important. When I say quality, data completeness and data accuracy. Data completeness means how much amount of a data that you are reading, the same amount of data you have to send it. That is what we call as a data completeness. And data accuracy, nothing but, so the data has to be accurate throughout all the platforms whenever it is moving from one platform to the another platform. So that is what we call as a data accuracy. So data completeness and data accuracy, one of the two important factors for the data governance. So that is also comes under the data engineering only. Okay, so this is what it is. And you have to monitor all of these activities. So that is nothing but data monitoring or monitoring activity. So this is what is data engineering, sir. Okay, so this entire chart tells you what is data engineering. In a data engineering, you will be having a multiple data sources. You extract the data, you store the data, you process the data, you analyze the data, you send this data to the downstreams. And in addition to that, you also take care of the data governance and monitoring activities. Okay, so this is what is data engineering, guys. So if you wanted to look at what is the data engineering definition, so data engineering is a process of collecting the data, organizing the data, and preparing the large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. It can be easily used and analyzed. What is data engineering, sir? A data engineering is a process of collecting, organizing, and preparing large amounts of the data so that it can be easily used and analyzed. And it also involves designing and building the systems and infrastructure that allows you to capture the data, store the data, process the data, and access the data efficiently. What does that mean, sir? See, we don't wanted to do the things manually, so we wanted to create a system, or we wanted to create a pipeline which will be taking care of extracting the data, processing the data, analyzing the data, sending the data to the downstream. So this is what we are going to do it automatically. So that is what we are going to do it with the help of the pipelines. So what is data engineering? It is just a process of collecting the data, analyzing the data, okay, so that it can be used for the business improvement purpose. So that is what is data engineering, guys. Hope you guys are able to hear me clearly. Okay, so this is what is data engineering, sir. Okay, what is the role of a data engineer? What is data engineer do every day? Okay, what is data engineer do every day? If you know the definition, you can tell me what is he will do every day. So if you ask me, sir, he will work on the data ingestion. Nothing but he extract the data these from these multiple data sources and he ingest this data into the data lake, or he ingests the data into the some layer or a storage layer where he wanted to store it to. Okay, data ingestion. And the second point is that the data storage and management. Nothing but he has to create a solution, or he has to come up with a solution where he has to store the data. Okay, where he has to store the data. Once he come up with a solution, he should be able to store the data properly. The solution should be scalable, and it should be properly comes up with the security features and access control features. So all of these things comes under the data storage and management. So properly storing the data and utilizing the data from this storage solution, and providing the access to the multiple people when and where required. Okay, so that is comes under the data storage and management. The next thing is the data processing. As we'll know that, so data processing is one of the important aspect of a data engineer, guys. So where almost a lot of time is spent on the data processing only to clean the data, prepare the data, okay, for the analysis purpose. It may involve multiple tools, or may involve multiple programming languages, or may involve multiple programming frameworks, optimizations. So all it involve in the data processing. Okay, so that is what. And data quality and governance, as I told you, very very important factor for your lead engineers or your managers thinks about whether the quality is whether the quality is met or not. Because data quality is one of the important factor to let you know that to your customer that you are providing the confidence to your customer, saying that your data is safe here with us, and we are not removing anything, we are not adding anything, we are just utilizing the data and transforming the data from one platform to the another platform. So very very important, data quality and governance. Next thing is data pipelines. So as a data engineer, you need to create the pipelines. You need to create the pipelines. Why? Because we don't want it to do this things manually. Okay, we are lazy like everyone, we are also lazy that we wanted to create the pipelines, okay, which will working in a scheduled fashion automatically every day at some point of time, so that it extracts the data, process the data, analyze the data automatically. Okay, but if you wanted to create such a kind of a system, a lot of thought process has to be put into. So that's who is going to put into that, sir? A data engineer again. So a data engineer is the sole person who focuses on how to create a data pipeline, an end-to-end data pipeline, which may involve multiple tools integration, which may involve multiple programming languages, which may involve multiple programming frameworks. So he is the one who creating the data pipelines. He needs to create it every day. And one more thing, very, very important topic, I would say performance optimization. If you are going for an interview for a data engineering job, without the performance optimization question, you will not come out of the interview. Okay, if they are not asking this question, that means you are not selected. Okay, for sure, every interview in the data engineering interview, they are going to ask a very very important question: how do you optimize the data? How you are optimizing the data in your project? Or can you tell me some of the optimization techniques? Very very important topic, we are going to discuss in our upcoming sessions also. But what is this optimization? Assume that you created a pipeline, or you written a some code, SQL code or a Python code. So if it is taking a lot of time, you need to optimize it. You need to make sure that it is running in an optimized fashion. So for that, you need to take care of a lot of measures. So that is comes under the performance optimization. Okay, you make sure that the whether it is a code or a pipeline or a query, whatever it is, it should be running in an optimized format. So that's the reason you need to tune your queries. You need to make sure that your pipeline is running in an optimized time. So that is comes under the performance optimization. Very 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 important topic. If you know this, this is what the interviewer think. If they're able to answer this question, that means they know all of these topics. That is what everyone think about it in the interview. If you are able to answer what is optimization techniques, then you know all of these topics. That's what they think. Okay, very, very important topic. And final thing is that monitoring and maintenance. Okay, so as I told you, you created some pipeline, or you created some framework, or you stored some solution, whatever it is, created some solution, or you created some data ingestion pipeline, whatever you have done it, you need to monitor it. Okay, assume that some pipeline is running, you need to monitor the pipeline, because if it is fails, the downstream is getting the wrong data. If it is failing, what is happening? It is not moving the data. That means the downstream is getting the wrong data. That means the analysis reports will be wrong. That means the business improvement process gets failed, right? So always monitor your pipelines. Maintain your pipelines. Monitoring means making sure that it is running smoothly. Maintaining means if it is requires any upgrades, or if it requires any kind of a version changing. So such kind of a things comes under the maintenance. Monitoring means it is running smoothly. So you need to make sure that your pipeline is properly running very smoothly, as well as it is maintained properly. So that is also very important aspect, that is comes under monitoring and maintenance activity. So this is what is do again the data engineer only. So all of these things every day, I'm not saying one data engineering do all of these activities, but for sure one data engineer needs to have one, maybe one data engineer working on the data ingestion, one guy is working on here, one guy is working on here. If you are lucky, you will be working on 3 activities. If you are even lucky, you are working on all of these aspects. But in our upcoming sessions, we are going to cover all of these aspects, because we are not just becoming a data engineer for data ingestion. We are not becoming a data engineer for data processing. Okay, so we are going to become a data engineer, a full-fledged data engineer. If you are getting a chance to work on all the areas, you are very lucky, because you are going to know the end-to-end process of data engineering. So that is the reason the main aim of this course is to make you a full-fledged data engineer. If you are given a chance to work on any of these areas, you should be go and comfortably work there. That's the main aim of this course, guys. Okay, you should be go and comfortably work there. Okay, so that is what. So this is all about data engineering, guys. This is all about data engineering. Okay, yeah. I hope if anyone have any questions related to the data engineering topic. Okay, if anyone have any questions related to the data engineering topic, you can ask me. That means you raise your hand, sir, I will ask you. If you wanted to ask any question, please raise your hand. If you do not have any questions related to that particular topic, if you have a generic question, you please wait, I will give you the time. Okay, so because let us go topic by topic, right? Okay, yes, Anupam.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, guys. Yeah,
So,
please.
sir, uh, just one doubt is there. So, in your previous diagram,
Okay.
what is the how is it different from what is the role of data bricks here? Data lake is
Don't
there,
worry
but
about don't worry about that. Okay. So I'll give you time. Okay. I'll
hmm,
give you time. So those are whatever you are asking is a generic question. Okay. So I'll tell you. Don't worry. So let us
okay,
try to understand what is data engineering here. And we will say
okay,
what is Google Cloud Platform. Sir, I have a generic question. How it is different from that? How it is this
hmm,
is different from that? I'll tell you. I'll give you time for sure. By the end of this session, I'll be here and I'll try to clear all your doubts. Then only I will wind up the session. Okay. Yeah.
sure.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Yes, Saurav. You have any question?
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Sir,
Good evening.
can you explain that data warehouse part again? As
In a data warehouse, right? So in a data warehouse, it will be come up with a you know query engine. So most of the data warehouses comes up with a built-in query engine which is capable of running the SQL queries. Okay. So here we are storing the data. On top of this data, we can run some analysis. We can run some analysis using the SQL. So that is how the data warehouses work. Okay.
Yeah.
And in our upcoming sessions, we will try to understand how the data warehouses work, how the data is stored, and what to do. Because in a simple 1 hour session, we cannot be able to cover all the things. But to give you some idea, data warehouses are for storing the data, transforming the data, analyzing the data in a single platform with the help of the SQL. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Now let me gonna go to the our second topic of agenda, that is Google Cloud Platform. What is Google Cloud Platform? Let us try to understand. Very simple, guys. Google Cloud Platform is one of the clouding provider. Okay, so you might have know about the AWS, right? You might have know about the AWS. You might have known about the Azure. So now, similarly, you have a GCP also. AWS, Azure, and GCP. What are these? If you ask me, sir, all these are the leading cloud providers. Okay, these are the cloud providers. What are these, sir? These are the cloud providers. So what they do, sir? They provide you the cloud computing services. Okay, what they do, sir? They provide you the cloud computing services. So what is the benefit of these cloud computing services? Can you tell me, sir? If you ask me, these services are very useful for the projects in the company. Very useful for the projects. For example, if you wanted to store some data, if you wanted to process some data, you need tool, right? If you wanted to store the data, you need a tool to store the data. If you wanted to process the data, you need a framework or a cluster to process the data. Or if you wanted to analyze the data, you need again a tool or a query engine to analyze the data. So if you want any of these tools or clusters or query engines to process this data, you need the cloud computing services. You need those cloud computing services. So what are these? AWS, Azure, and GCP? AWS, Azure, and GCP, these three are leading cloud providers. What they do? They provide you the cloud computing services. These services are very useful for the companies. These services are very useful for the companies to store the data. Maybe we are worried about the data engineering, so that's the reason I'm telling you about the data engineering aspects, such as storing the data, processing the data, analyzing the data. Maybe for other projects, such as building an application, scaling an application, okay, creating some kind of a container. So such a kind of a things also they will do. So whatever the thing that you need to do, there is a one specific service available in the cloud computing services that is provided by the cloud providers such as AWS, Azure, or GCP. So what is this GCP now? Tell me, guys, what is this GCP now? It is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services. Those services are very useful for the organizations to build their application or store their data or process their data or analyze the data or scale the applications and services in the cloud platform. So that is what is Google Cloud Platform, sir. What is GCP? GCP is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations or the companies for store the data, process the data, or analyze the data. Okay, so that is what is GCP. You can also see here. A Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services provided by the Google that offers range of products and solutions to help the organizations to build, deploy, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. Okay, so that is what is clouds are very simple. It is a one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services which are very useful for the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud platform. Okay, so GCP provides the services which are very highly reliable, secure, and scalable infrastructure. So you can also use the global network and data centers for that. Because Google Cloud has a infrastructure that is available throughout the world. In India also we have two data centers that is there in one in Delhi, one in Mumbai. Okay, so you have a data centers in GCP's data centers in Delhi and Mumbai also in India. Okay, so it has data centers throughout the world. In India we have in two places. Okay, so this is what. So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services which are very useful for the organizations to build the application, deploy the applications, and scale the applications and services in the cloud platform. These services are highly reliable, a secure and scalable infrastructure. Google has its extensive global network of data centers throughout the world. Throughout the world. Okay, so this is what is GCP. Okay, so why we learn the GCP, sir? Why we have to learn the GCP? If you ask me, sir, Google has a very good community support. We already know that, right? So Google has a very good community support, right? So we've been using the Google products such as Google Analytics Engine, Google Search Engine, YouTube, Google, plenty of products such as Google Drive, Google Photos. We've been using the Google, and it has a very good community support, and it provides you the services which are reliable and secure. We already know that, right? And one more important thing about the GCP is that GCP provides you the services which are cost effective. For example, for 1 GB of the data, if you wanted to store in GCP, it is $70. Okay, $70. But if you go for AWS, it will be around $90. But the same 1 GB data in the Azure, it could be around $80. Now tell me which is cost effective. GCP is cost effective because Google Cloud Platform is very famous nowadays for the data projects. It's because that it's providing you the cost effective services. Because of that reason only, most of the companies nowadays started using the Google Cloud Platform. That's where plenty of opportunities open, plenty of projects are there for GCP data engineers. So that's the reason nowadays this is one of the trending job, I would say. Comparatively, if you wanted to get a job in the Azure and AWS, getting the job in the GCP is very easy. Okay, it is very easy. I will tell you later why it is very easy also. Now look at here. Our second point is that it is cost effective services and it is flexible. These services are flexible according to our requirement. We can scale up and down. We can scale up and down. That means we can increase the services or resources. We can reduce the resources also. And as I already told you, Google products providing you the reliable and secure. And one of the Google's product is GCP only. So these services are reliable and secure. Google also providing the services fully managed. That means it is like manual car and automatic car. In an automatic car, you don't need to drive it, right? So similarly, some of the services you don't need to manage it because Google is managing it for you, right? Google is managing it for you. That's the reason you call it as a fully managed service, okay? Because it is managed by the GCP itself, and these services are very fast. These services are very fast. See, because of this reason, most of the companies are started using the GCP for their projects. Okay, so it has a very good community support, and these services are cost effective. And one more thing is that it is flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, fully managed, and fast services. Okay, so this is what it is. And it is one of the market leader. Plenty of companies started using it, and it is providing you the comprehensive service portfolio, and it can be easily integrated with all other services. It also provides you the machine learning capabilities, and it has a global infrastructure, very useful in the multi-cloud projects. Those who are doing the certification has a very good growth. All of these things are there. Okay, I just don't wanted to focus on them because in our upcoming sessions you will get to know that. Okay, you will get to know that all of these things. Okay, so that's all. And one more thing I would like to tell about the growth rate. You can see here GCP is very famous among the companies nowadays. See here, the growth rate for the GCP is 54%, which is even more than the AWS and Azure also. That means the number of companies started using the GCP in the last quarter is more than the AWS and Azure. It's because of its reliability and the service cost. The less service cost will be there. So that's the reason most of the companies are started using the GCP. Okay, this thing people, most of the people does not know. I'll tell you a small thing. Okay, what happens, sir? Why we need to learn GCP? Sir, how to get the job in the GCP data engineering? Let us take that you are planning to learn some course. Okay, you are planning to learn some course, and one of your friend told you AWS is very famous. AWS and Azure are very famous. So AWS and Azure data engineer. So you are planning to learn the data engineering. AWS data engineer and Azure data engineering are very famous because AWS and Azure having a very good market. It has been available in the last it is available from last 10 years. So it is having a very good market. Good market. Okay, so this is what. So what you thought? So okay, they told that AWS data engineer having a plenty of opportunities, and Azure data engineer is a plenty of opportunities, and it is having a very good market. So what you have done is that you listen to their words. What you have done, you went and took up a one of the guy took up a AWS data engineering course. Okay, what happened? So when you learn some course, so what he has done, he learned AWS data engineer. Okay, he learned the AWS data engineering course. Now what he has to do to get the job? To get the job, he has to go for the interview. Okay, to get the job, he needs to go for the interview. Now tell me, AWS is available from the last 10 years. Azure is also available from the last 10 years. And when you go for the interview, there are plenty of other people will also be there like you, right? So there are other people will also come for the interview. Tell me, all are those people are like you, they lent the course, or they are already having a good experience on the AWS and Azure? Because when you go for an interview, if you are here and they are the other people who are already really working in the company with a AWS data engineer, because like you, they might have lent this course like 5 years before itself. 5 years before, now you are learning the AWS and Azure, and you are competing with these people for the job because they learned the course 5 years before and they are already working. They are already working and they came for the same job for the hike purpose. For the hike purpose, they came for this job. Now you are competing with these people. Getting the job is easy or not? Because they have a 5 years of AWS data engineering experience. Now you are competing with them. Getting the job is very hard, whether it is AWS or Azure, because it is there in the market from the last 10 years. Okay, the amount of opportunities are here. Maybe there are 1,000 opportunities, and even you go for each and every interview, there are skilled persons already 5 years, 6 years of experienced skilled persons will be there. You are trying to compete with them and getting the job. It's very hard. But look at the GCP. On the other hand, you have a GCP data engineer. Now tell me, GCP is only available from last 2 years. Okay, 2 years, and but it become the leading leading cloud provider. So one of the leading cloud provider in the last in just 2 years only. That means whenever it is leading cloud provider, similar to the AWS and Azure, you also have a plenty of opportunities here. Plenty of opportunities. Now, instead you learning this AWS and Azure, you try to learn this GCP. Let us look at here. So you thought that one of the guy has learned the GCP data engineer. Now he wanted to crack the interview, so that he went for the interview. Now tell me, with you, who are the people with you in the interview? In the interview, who are with you? Like you, some of the people also learning the course, they are come for the interview. Okay, like you, there are also some other people. However, you have learned the course today, they are also learning the course yesterday or today. Okay, these are also those people who learn the course. You are also the person who learning the course only. They do not have a working experience, you also do not have a work experience, but they have a opportunity. You both have the opportunity. Getting the job is easy or not? Getting the job is very easy, I'm telling you guys. One more thing is that plenty of opportunities are there. Plenty of opportunities. In a last 1 year itself, I taught almost, I think, 30 to 40 batches, guys. I'm telling you, 30 to 40 batches. Out of 30 to 40 batches, 93 persons got placed. Okay, 93. The number I know. I mean, there might be people, some people, they might have already prepared them and they learn the course and they might have got the job. I'm not sure about it. But the number that I know is 93. Okay, it's because that why people are getting the job. It is plenty of opportunities with a very less competition. Very less competition, I'm telling you. But if you go here a very good competition, the competition is also with the persons who is having a 5 to 6 years of experience. Getting the job is very hard here. But now when you are learning some course and going for an interview, like you, because it's just 2 years only, most of the people, some of the people does not know that a GCP exists or not. Some of the people does not know, I'm telling you guys. Okay, so that's the reason I'm telling you, if you are planning to enter into the data engineering background with a cloud platform, with the trending jobs that I want, with a decent hikes that I want, in such a scenario, I'm telling you, this is one of the very good profile, I would say. Very good profile with a decent data engineering is one of the foundation job. You don't need to worry about it whether it will be there or not. You don't need to worry about it. Data engineering was there 30 years before. Data engineering will also be there 30 years after also, because you don't need to worry about it. It is a foundation. Okay, some Power BI developer come here or go there, we're not sure. Maybe Power BI development, maybe last year only it was famous, maybe now to in this year it is not that much good. Okay, data engineering is not like that. Data engineering is one of the famous and trending job all the time. You go and check out. Data engineering is the one which is getting the highly paid job compared to the data scientist and machine learning. Also highly paid job is data engineering only. Data engineering only one of the famous job. Okay, so very famous job, I'm telling you, very trending. It was there 10 years, 30 years before, it will be there 30 years after. So you don't need to worry about the security also. Okay, that is what I'm telling you guys. Now look at here. So this is what is a picture. With this one you try to understand the growth rate. Look at here, this is not something that I have prepared. I copied it from the Google only, right? I copied it from the Google. It is saying that out of AWS and Azure, GCP is becoming very famous. Okay, so that is what. So GCP is offering plenty of the roles such as GCP data engineer, developer, admin, DevOps engineer, architect. Our main focus is in this course is data engineer, guys. Our main focus is GCP data engineer only. And for those people who wanted to go for the certification, sir, you can go for certification with this course. You can easily crack these AS and PDA. I will also provide you the dumps to crack the course. Okay, to crack these exams. Associate Cloud Engineer certification, professional data engineering certification. It's because that some of the companies are putting some kind of a mandatory saying that you have to complete the certification as soon as you joined that company. Say they will say take 1 month and complete the certification. So that is what they will also give you the voucher also for free. You don't need to pay anything. They will give you the trainings. They will also give you some kind of a voucher also for free. You have to write the exam. Okay, so if you wanted to write and crack the exam, I am going to provide you the full support. Okay, so that is what. And as I told you, sir, GCP is providing you the plenty of services, right? So GCP is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services. Sir, can you tell me what are the services it will provide? If you ask me what are the services it will provide, sir, it will provide you the compute services. It will provide you the networking services. It will provide you the storage and database services. It will provide you the identity services, big data services, machine learning services. Whoever you are, whatever you wanted to do in the IT, whether you wanted to create some virtual machine, or you wanted to store some data, or you wanted to analyze some data, or you wanted to create an application, whatever you wanted to do, all the services are here only. All the services are here only. So GCP is providing you the plenty of services which are useful for the companies to build their application, scale their application, as well as deploy their applications and services in the cloud platform. These services are highly reliable, secure, and safe. Okay, so this is what is all about the Google Cloud Platform, guys. Okay, this is all about the Google Cloud Platform. If anyone have any questions before we starting our course curriculum, detailed course curriculum, if anyone have any questions, please raise your hand. You can also put your question in the chat also, guys. Okay, you can also put your question in the chat also. I will go to the chat and I will look at it. If anyone have any questions, you please go to the raise your hand or put your question in the chat, please.
Can you share the course content on this, if you don't mind?
I'm going to share it. Okay, I have not started about the course content. I am going to tell you first and I will share you the PDF, please. Okay, it will be
Okay,
shared
sure.
here. Yeah. Yes, Shovan, you have any question? Okay. Of I think 40 days. 40, yeah, 40 days. One after 1 month, I would say. Yeah. Sure. Correct. 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 Yeah.
Sir, after
Okay.
completion of course, providing any real-time
Okay, guys,
project?
I'm gonna tell you the course content, and then we will think about if you guys have any questions. I will tell you the course content we are going to discuss. What is a course content, sir? What are the services we are covering, sir? What are the projects that we are covering, sir? What are the pipelines that we are covering, sir? I'm going to tell you all the things here. Okay, is it a good time? Hope I think everyone is looking at it, right? So let us try to see, because many people are very much interested in the course content. Let us try to see what is the course content that we are covering, starting with this one. Sir, I have designed my course in such a way that, okay, two parts. I have designed the GCP data engineering into two parts. One is GCP basics. GCP is nothing but a cloud, right? GCP basics or GCP cloud basics. Okay, because you wanted to become a data engineer in the Google Cloud Platform, at least you should know how to operate the services in the GCP, what are these locations, or how to deploy some service, or how to create some resource, or how to work with this one. If you wanted to know, I am going to talk about the cloud basics first. Then we will enter into the data engineering tools here. That second part is data engineering tools. So these are our two parts. Our course is divided into two things. One is cloud basics, one more is data engineering. First thing, in cloud basics, what we are covering, sir? We are going to start with our cloud overview. That is our very first topic. That is why we need the cloud platform and what is the difference between the on-premises versus cloud platform, which is starting from tomorrow. Okay, our course is going to be started from tomorrow. Today is our first demo. First topic is cloud overview. So because you should know how people were working in the on-premises earlier, now how people are working in the cloud. So if you know the complexity of our challenges that the people have faced, then you will appreciate the technology of the cloud. Okay, I am going to tell you why the cloud is needed for us and how the people working there, and what is the difference between the on-premises and cloud. And after that, what is GCP? Introduction, while in GCP, opportunities and certifications. Okay, so this is something. And the third topic is that GCP interfaces. Sir, we already know that in the GCP, we have a plenty of services. Sir, I wanted to work with the services. Can you tell me the interface? Sir, we have three interfaces. One is console, Cloud Shell, and Cloud SDK. How to work with each and everything, that is how to work with console, how to work with Cloud Shell, how to work with SDK, I am going to tell you in this topic. In the fourth topic, I am going to tell you how to create a free tier account. Okay, what is this one, sir? Google Cloud Platform is providing you the $300 for free for next 90 days. I would say the validity is 90 days. I am going to tell you how to create this free tier account. How to create this free account for 90 days. You can able to utilize this $300 for all the practice, all the pipelines, all the resources. We are going to do it in the GCP only with the help of these $300, which is a very huge amount of money. Even though 2 to 3% working on the same account for 90 days also, they will not be able to burn this entire amount. Okay, so here I am going to all the things I am going to implement in the Google Cloud Platform only. You are also implementing everything in the Google Cloud Platform. All the sessions on GCP only. So I am going to tell you how to create a free tier account. Okay, so that is something. So you don't need to worry about it. I will tell in our upcoming sessions. And how to set up the project, how to enable the building and APIs. So in the fourth topic, we are going to see the console walkthrough, free tier account creation, project setup, and building enablement and API enablement. And in our fifth topic, that is GCP locations, what is region, what is zone, what is selection criteria, what is the importance. Very much important topic, GCP locations. Whenever you wanted to deploy one resource in the GCP, we must select a location. So what is this one and how it is important? What is the selection criteria? We will see in our upcoming sessions. IAM, which is our very important topic for security and access control. And what are identities, what are roles, what is policy, what is resource hierarchy, and how to assign a policy to the multiple people, how to control the access. With the help of the IAM and admin, we are going to take care of the access control. So these are our cloud basics. We have 6 topics, 6 modules are there. Each module talks about a different topic all the time. Okay, cloud overview, Google Cloud Platform, GCP interfaces, console walkthrough, GCP locations, IAM and admin. Everything you have to practice in the GCP only. I will tell you how to create a free tier account. Nothing is expected from you. It is free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. Okay, yeah. Next, our second part is data engineering. In data engineering, almost 15 to 16 services we are going to cover. I have categorized these services into different things. Okay. So I told you, right? So this is data engineering tools. In this data engineering tools, I have categorized into database services, data pipelines, data orchestration, and programming languages. I have divided. Okay, I'm going to show you. So the very first services we are going to look at is that I'm going to tell you like this, maybe it's easy for us. So assume that you have a data, and data can be categorized into unstructured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. If you wanted to work with unstructured data in the Google Cloud Platform, you have GCS. And for semi-structured data, you have a big table. For structured data, OLTP, you have a Cloud SQL. For structured OLAP data, we have a BigQuery. So these are all services comes under the big data. These are all the services comes under the data storage and database services. Okay, these are all comes under the storage and the database services. So first service that we are looking at is Google Cloud Storage, Bigtable, Cloud SQL, BigQuery. So here we are covering the 4 services. Okay, these are all comes under the storage and database services. The next category. Sir, we wanted to create the pipelines. If you wanted to create the pipelines, with the Spark and Hadoop, we are going to learn about the Dataproc, where we are going to use the PySpark. Spark with Python, nothing but PySpark. We are going to create the PySpark jobs. Spark pipelines we are going to create here. And Beam pipelines in the Beam data flow. So in the data flow, we are going to use the Apache Beam with Python. Here we are going to create the Beam pipelines. And the third one, code free. So here we can use the, if you wanted to create the pipelines without writing any code, because here we are using the Spark with Python, here we are using the Beam with Python. These are coding tools. But if you wanted to create a pipeline without writing any code, we can go for data fusion, which is also we are covering. And sir, I have a pipelines which I wanted to orchestrate it. So what are the orchestration tool we are covering? If you ask me, sir, we are learning about the Airflow or Composer. So Airflow or Composer is one of the workflow orchestration tool to manage your pipelines, create your pipelines, schedule your pipelines. So here, fifth one, sixth one, 7, and 8. So again, here also 4 services. And streaming data ingestion, we are learning about PubSub. Event-based solution, we are learning about the cloud function. Infrastructure creation, we are learning about the Terraform. Okay, here 9, 10, 11, here 3. And additionally, complementary, we are learning about the Linux basics. We are learning about the Python crash course, PySpark, we are learning the PySpark, we are learning the Beam, Apache Beam. Okay, so these are the complementary things. Linux basics, Python crash course covered, PySpark is covered, Apache Beam is also covered. Okay, this is how. So this is, you can, if you call, these are also 4 topics, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3. Tell me, guys. Okay, as I told you, 15, it is 15. Okay, so that is how. So this is all about the course content. Let me gonna show you the detailed course content. So I'm going to provide you the access to my notebook, guys. So this is our notebook. I will provide you the access to this notebook to everyone. Don't worry. Once you have enrolled for the courses, the access for the notebook will be provided. Okay. So in this notebook, everything is already properly created. Don't worry. You have everything in one single place only. You don't need to refer any PDFs. You don't need to refer anything. Everything in a one single location. I am going to show you now. Look at here. Okay. So as I told you, cloud basics, the detailed course content is here. So our admin will share you the PDF, guys, in the chat box. You can go and check it out. Okay. Yeah. I think admin will share you. Oh yeah. I'll share you guys the course content PDF. I will share you. Yeah. Now cloud basics, the detailed course content is here, and GCP data engineering course content is also here. I think 1 minute. Let me gonna see. Is this the course content updated? Yeah, I think you have it here. Let me gonna copy this link with you. Sorry. Copy this link, and I'm pasting this link in the chat, guys. You can go and check it out. And you also have, I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. You have the detailed course content. I am pasting it in the chat boxes, guys. Okay. Hope that is clear. Yeah. So detailed course content is pasted in your chat box. You go and check it out, please. But look at here. Later you can check it out. So interview for, because this course is mainly designed for the interview only. So you don't need to go anywhere for creating a resumes. So I am providing the resume templates. I am providing the resume templates because I've been teaching this course from the last 1.6 to 7 months, guys. I'm telling you, I know all the ins and outs of this course, how to teach, how you can able to crack the interview, because very good confidence I have this on this course. I have a lot of thought process given into this particular course creation. Okay, so you have to follow, just to follow me. That's it, that you can able to easily achieve a job. You can easily to get a job. Interview for those people, some people cannot be able to say what they have to say in the interview, and they do not know what to tell in the project. Okay, that's the reason the interview introduction as well as the project 1 explanation, project 2 explanation, all these things we are going to cover. This project we are going to cover, this project is also we are going to cover. Okay, so this is one. Project 1 explanation, project 2 explanation. I have made it easy for you guys. One more thing. For those people who are going for interviews, sir, can you share me the data engineering questions which are asked in the interview? So I am sharing you here, which is not copied from anywhere. I am telling you these questions are very much important for you when you're going for an interview. Out of 10 questions, if they are asking a theoretical questions, 7 to 8 questions from this particular questions only, from this particular notes only. I'm telling you, you have all the questions here. Okay, scenario based questions also it is covered. So for every data engineering interview, you will be having one SQL question, one Python question. Commonly asked SQL questions, commonly asked Python questions are also here. Certification dumps. So those who are going for a certification, you have the certification dumps. End-to-end project is a complementary. I will tell you later. Now the cloud basics. Everything is in the notes, guys. You don't need to go anywhere for the recap. You have what is cloud basics, account creation, installing the SDKs, Linux basics. Our first topic, that is Google Cloud Storage, GCS. What is Google Cloud Storage? How to create a bucket in the cloud storage, in the console, in the cloud shell. Cloud SQL. What is Cloud SQL? Connecting it to the Cloud SQL. Data migration project, guys. Look at here. In the Cloud SQL, we are covering the data migration project in 2 methods. One is manual method, one is an automatic method. This is one of the project, data migration. So assignments are also there. For each and every topic, you will be having assignments, guys. Okay, look at here. Assignments. Go to the Cloud SQL, you have assignments. BigQuery. What is BigQuery? Architecture. Working with the BigQuery, creating a multiple tables in the BigQuery, multiple ways of creating the table. Sorry, this is multiple ways of creating the tables. What is partitioning? This is optimization techniques. What is partitioning? What is clustering? What is native table? What is external table? Okay, how to create these partition tables. Nested fields and repeated fields, how to work with array kind of data in the BigQuery. Assignments, case study 1, case study 2, what is views. Okay, that is it. Python crash course. Okay, what are the topics that we are covering in the Python crash course? Four chapters are there. Data types, data structures, Python programming constructs, if and else statements, for loops and while loops, exceptional handling, file input output operations, modular programming, functions and lambda functions. All of these things are covered. And how to install, and you have the notebook also here. All the topics are here only. Dataproc, introduction to the Hadoop, how people were working in the Hadoop, and how the Hadoop is different from the Spark, or MapReduce is different from the Spark. What is Spark? What is the Spark ecosystem? What is Spark architecture? What is Dataproc? And the use cases, and creating a single node cluster, multi-node cluster, PySpark job creations, and the topics covered. Creating the data frame, writing the data frame, transformations, all the transformations we are going to, aggregation, joining, groupings. So all the lab sessions, practically we will be having these labs, guys. So every lab sessions, I'm going to create the notes and I'll copy and paste it here. You also have the assignments. Case study 1, very important case study. People are putting this case study in the interviews also. They are telling in interviews also. The case study details also here for you. Codes. Assignment, this case study is an assignment for you guys. You have the, so whenever I'm giving the assignment also, you will be having the answer, don't worry. So this is the sample data, this is the assignment code. Once you complete it, you have to come here and check it out. Assignment 1, assignment 2, end-to-end batch pipelines we are covering, if you wanted to learn more about the Spark. And data frame, so sorry, data flow. What is data flow? How it is different from the data proc? What is Apache Beam? How it is how to create the Apache Beam pipelines in the data flow? All of these things. What is P collection? What is P transformations? How it is, how the Spark is different from the Apache Beam? How the data proc is different from the data flow? Lab sessions. These are all lab sessions, guys. See here, data sets you have, and lab sessions also you have. Template method of creating the pipelines. End-to-end streaming pipelines. So this is where we are covering the streaming pipelines also. Okay, PubSub. What is PubSub and how to create the end-to-end streaming pipeline with the PubSub, that is covered here. Okay, yeah. What is Terraform and how to create the infrastructure using the Terraform. The final topic is cloud functions. What is cloud functions? How it is different from the normal functions, and how to create a cloud functions. This is like a case study. You can think of a cloud function 1 creation, cloud function 2 creation. Okay, so this is where with the Terraform we are going to cover our sessions. Okay, additionally from this particular from the last batch onwards, I have added Databricks also, guys. I have added Databricks also. Okay, we are covering the Databricks on GCP now. Okay, so this is also complementary topic. I would mention here, I would like to mention here, guys. Maybe I would like to add it here, because so this is also covered from this time onwards. I would like to add it here. Sorry, you can use XComs. You can use XComs. You can use XComs. I'm telling you the answer. Yeah, yeah. Cross communication. Correct. Okay, so I forgot to show you that Airflow, right? I will show you that also. So Databricks also covered from this time onwards, guys, which is very, very important topic for most of the people nowadays. Okay, so that's the reason we are covering here, guys, because few of my, okay, why it is coming like this? Sorry. Few of my people who got the job, they told me, sir, we are also using the Databricks. It's better if you cover in the course also. So that's the reason, because I am a contractor at the Databricks. I also a development person. See, I work in Databricks. The one you are seeing the Unity catalog in the Databricks, right? So I was a part of developer. I was a part of development team. Okay. So I also some of the things that I have developed in there. Okay, so that is something that I would say proudly. So this is Databricks also we are covering, guys, which is a Spark framework only, again, which is covered. Okay, so that is, I'll also show you what is the course content for the Databricks. So you can see here, guys, Databricks. What is Databricks? Administering the Databricks workspaces, setting up the Databricks, notebooks, and clusters. And one of the case study we are going to see it here. What is Unity catalog and all of those things. So that is one thing. And Airflow. One of the guys asking Airflow. Where is that actually? I don't see it here. Yeah, here it is. Data fusion also missed, right? So you have the data fusion also here, and you have a Airflow. Here it is. So look at here. What is Airflow? Right. So what is Airflow? Airflow's architecture. What is DAG? How to create the DAG? Cron job format. Creating a composer DAG with a code. Level 1 DAG, which is very, very important. This is like one of the pipeline in the companies, real-time companies. Level 2 DAG, level 3 DAG, level 4 DAG, assignment, and CI/CD using the composer. So I want you guys to know that people are using the CI/CD to increase the delivery speed. So continuous integration, continuous deployment is one of the important in the software development lifecycle. So that's the reason I have added one of the simpler process of CI/CD with the help of the composer, cloud build, and GitHub. So which is a very, very important. You can see here, this is an architecture for that. If multiple people working on the same project into the GitHub, how it is working with the cloud build, nothing but CI/CD here and composer. So this is one of the project I'm covering again here, and multiple end-to-end projects you are covering, case studies we are covering, assignments are covering, and the projects are covered, and so such kind of CI/CD is also covered. What is something that you are expecting, guys? So this is a full packed course. And one more thing, I have made your job easy. You have the resume templates, interview things, data engineering questions, SQL question, Python questions. If you are still after this course, if you are not attending the classes properly, if you are not preparing properly, that's on you, guys. If you are not able to get the job after this, it's on you. Because out of 10 students, if they are attending the classes, if you are regular, 7 to 8% for sure they will get the job, because everything is streamlined. I am giving you the banana by just opening the entire layers. You just have to eat it properly so that you get a job. So that's how this course is, guys. Everything properly created, everything properly planned. Okay, if you are planning, if you are following all the things. Databricks also I have added, because that some of the companies are, they are looking for the Databricks nowadays. Databricks on the GCP, I am telling you, if you're learning on the GCP, it is similar to the Azure and AWS also. It's the same. There isn't any difference. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm a multi-cloud developer, guys. I'm telling you, when I'm working in the Databricks contractor, sometimes I'll be working on the Azure, sometimes I'll work on the GCP, sometimes I'll be working on the AWS also. Okay. I even worked on the IBM cloud as well. Yeah. Okay, guys. So this is all about the course content. Everything I have discussed. The final thing I would like to tell you about the course details. This is our final topic. Right, in the course details, the course duration is 45 hours, guys. It will take more than 2 months. I would say more 2 months. Okay, 2 months, more than 2 months. And timings daily 1 hour, Monday to Friday. The timings are same timings, guys, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. the same timings, guys. No changes. Very lucky to have you on the 9 p.m. batch. Many people will join this batch only, guys. Very important. So if you are missing this batch, again, you have to join the morning batch. We do not have any evening batches, only the morning batches we have. Okay, if you are interested in the morning batch also, you can connect with our team. That is in the middle now. And add-ons for this course, video recordings provided, comprehensive material is provided. As I told you, right, the comprehensive material is this one only, this notebook access. I'm going to provide you the access, guys. You will be able to access everything here. Okay, so this is how, if you wanted to access these notes, I think I'll show you how to access this one also. So we have the copy. I'm going to just share you this link, and I will add all your email addresses once you guys have enrolled for the course. Okay, so when you go for just browser and paste it here, right? So this link, you will be opening my notebook. Okay, you will be opening my notebook. See here, this is how all the topics, all the pages, and you have the course content. For example, if you go for interview, the interview tab, so this is tabs, this is pages, you have everything here properly. Okay, so this is how you can able to access it, guys. Okay, so that is comprehensive material. And assignments, I told you. PubSub. Data flow, PubSub. See, data flow. See, PubSub is for streaming data integration. So you need to process it using the data proc or data flow. You need to store the data in the BigQuery. So it's an integration of multiple tools. Okay, streaming pipeline is nothing but an integration of multiple pipelines, which is enabled via PubSub. But if you wanted to create a pipeline, you need the PubSub, you need the cloud functions, you need the data flow, you need the BigQuery, you need the GCS. All these topics will be integrated. Okay. Yeah. Real-time projects, case studies, and we have assignments, real-time projects, case studies, and interview questions also we have it, guys, and certification dumps and resume assistance. Everything is provided here, right? Everything is provided. Some people will ask me, sir, what is the prerequisite for this course? Because, sir, you are covering the Python. Sir, you are covering the Linux. Sir, you are covering the PySpark. You are covering the Apache Beam. But what is left? That is SQL, guys. The basic prerequisite, basic knowledge on the SQL is required, guys. That's it. SQL basics are very much important for this course. This is the expectation from you guys. This course is expecting you to have the SQL knowledge. That is the prerequisite. Everything else is on me. Okay, everything else is on me except SQL. And target audience, whether you wanted to coming from any background, sir, I'm coming from I'm aspiring, I wanted to become a data engineer, sir, I'm coming from data analyst, a data scientist, sir, I'm a software engineer or a developer, or a ETL developer, or a database developer, or a business intelligence, sir, I'm a tester, sir, I got stagnant in my position, sir, I wanted to get a decent hike, sir, I am coming from mechanical background, I am coming from an IT background but testing. So whoever you are, if you think that you got stuck somewhere, sir, I wanted to come out of it by learning some course and switch my job. So in such a scenario, this course is for you guys because it is fully packed course. Everything is already planned properly. The only thing is that if you wanted to get a job, you need to have an opportunities. GCP data engineer is one of the trending job which is having a plenty of opportunities nowadays. Don't trust me. Go and create a dummy resume, put it in the Naukri, wait for one day. If you're getting the calls, attend this course. If you're not getting the calls, don't attend this course, I would say. Okay, if you get at least 4 to 5 calls, then only attend this course. I'm not asking you, if you got a one call, don't join this course. Just prepare some dummy resume. I'm telling you guys, prepare some dummy resume and wait for 1 or 2 days. If you're getting 5 calls, attend this course. If you're getting 1 or 2 calls also, don't attend. Okay, because you have the opportunities. If you have the opportunities, only you get the job. If you do not have an opportunities, if you're learning the course, it's a waste of time. I'm telling you guys. Okay, you learn any course, not only this course. If you wanted to learn some course, look at the opportunities, whether it has a opportunities or not, whether we compete with them to get the job or not. That is what you have to think about it. GCP competition is less, opportunities are more, and calls are more. Okay, so that is what. Okay, so this is what is all about, guys. This is it. If anyone have any questions, you please raise your hand, guys. Don't ask directly. I will give you the time. Okay, you please raise your hand. Okay, so that I will go one by one. I see first the questions. I'll also teach DevOps as well, guys. Yes, I have a no, sir. I have no experience and some gap year after completion of the course. How many years of experience I can put in? So if you have a, so whether you are any person, I'm going to tell you this one, guys. So some of the people have this kind of a mindset, sir. Sir, I have 2 years of experience. I suggest 2. Okay, less than 2, I don't encourage. Sir, I have 3 years. Sir, I have 5 years. I have 7 years. I have 8 years. Sir, I have 10 years. I have 12 years. Whoever you are. If you're 2 years, last 2 years, GCP, prepare the resume, go for the interview. If you're 3 years also, put last 2 years, GCP, and put create resume and go for the interview. 5 years, last 2.5 years as a GCP data engineer, create a resume in such a way that go for the interview. 7 years, last 3 years. 8 years, last. So here you are. So it is 3.5. It is 3 here. So you have to prepare your resume, go for the interview. This course gives you 3.5 years of experience. Whoever is having a knowledge on the 3.5 years, that kind of an experience we are going to provide you here. So whether 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, last 2 years, last 2.5 years, last, this is how it is. Sir, I have total 5 years of experience. Sir, last 3 years I have been working on this GCP data engineering, the cloud projects. I worked on these multiple services such as GCS, Dataproc, Dataflow, BigQuery, Airflow. And this is how you have to introduce yourself in the interview. Okay. So, sir, I have 8 years of experience. From last 3 years, I've been working in the GCP projects on these particular services. I have worked on both batch pipelines and streaming pipelines also. That's how you have to introduce yourself in the interview, whether you are 8 or 10 or 12 or 2 or 3 or whatever you are. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Okay. I have no experience. Some of the guy, I told you the answer now. So daily I'm getting the calls. Yes, I'm telling you. See, some of the people are telling me I'm getting the calls daily. See, I'm sure, guys. Okay. So I did not recruit these guys. Okay. Sir, it's like kind of a advertisement. No, it's not an advertisement, guys. I did not recruit these people. They are telling the answers directly. They are getting the calls for sure because that's happening nowadays. And yes, any other? Okay. I'm going to give the times. So don't worry, guys. I'll go one by one. Whoever name I'm calling, you have to ask the answer. Pankaj, you have any question? Pankaj. Yes, Pankaj. Correct. It's permanent, guys. You don't have to wait. At least you will be having more than 1.5 years, right? At least 1 year. At least you will be having 1 year access. Okay, that is for sure. Yeah, that is what is expected from you, right? That is what you are expecting. At least 1 year access. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Rohit. Rohit, you have any question? Yes, please. They say that. See, you can say that. You just create your resume. Don't trust me. I'm telling you guys, don't trust me. Don't attend this course. If you get a trust, if you think that you have an opportunity, if you think that you trust me with the course content and all, then only you attend this course. I'm not telling you, I'm not forcing you. You check it out outside whether the opportunities are there or not. You check you check it and you do take a proper decision. It's your call. I'm telling you. So I can say anything. I can say anything, but you have to gain your own trust, right? So if you are gaining, how do you build a trust on me? That you prepare a dummy resume, put it in the Naukri. If you get the calls, you trust me. If you don't get the calls, don't trust me. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you like this, guys. It totally depends on your current package. Okay. So the package wise, if I have to talk about, so for 3 years, guy whose package was just a 7 LP only, one of the recently who got the job in the last month, his 3 years experience has got 7 LP only. Now he is earning like 7.5 LP. But when he was going with his own, he couldn't able to get an offer letter at least for 9 also, but he got the offer of first offer itself. He got 12.5 or 12.6. I'm not remembering properly. For sure, it was 12 plus. It is fixed. I'm not talking about I don't talk about variables. Okay, variable could be more. It is more than 14 also, I would say. Variables, I don't talk about it. So 12.5 fixed he got. From 7 LPA fixed to the 12.5 fixed. This is how he got it. And one of the guy who is having 4.9 years of experience, recently I have seen he got actually 4 offer letters. His current package was actually 12 LPA, and he been in my last batch. I think it's been 3 months. He got almost 4 offer letters. The highest package was 26.5 LPA. Okay, all the way from the 12 LPA to the 26.5, the highest package is this one. Okay, so this is how it is, guys. So there is a good demand. There is a very good demand. It totally depends on your current package and the first offer. You might have got the first offer around 16 or something. So okay, if you are happy with your first offer, I suggest my students to 2 plus offers, at least 2 offers you try. Okay, so 2 to 16, 16 to 20, 20 to the 24, 24 to the 26.5. That's how he went. Okay, so you have to plan for more than 2 offers. When you have opportunities, when you have the getting the calls, every day there are interviews only. I am telling you guys, you don't. I don't know whether you trust me or not. 30 days, in the next 30 days, if you put your resume today, 30 days means excluding the Saturday, Sundays, that is 20 days, right? every day you will be having interviews. That means 20 interviews you will be scheduled. Okay, so that is what I'm telling. Excluding the interviews, 30 days means 20 days only, right? You will be having every day one interview for sure. If you're lucky, you get at least 3 offer letters out of this one. At least people are getting 2 offers. 2 offers, almost 20 to 25% got 2 offers. Okay, so very rarely people get 4 offers. Only one guy out of all of these, 1 year, only one guy got 4 offers. Okay, so that's how you have to try it hard. Yeah. No, see, I'm talking about those who have the experience in other fields. Okay, if you do not have an experience, if you have a gap, you already know what you have to do. Okay, for those people who do not have an actual experience, they have a gap. You already know what to take, where to take the documents, and how to plan it properly. You already know it. If you know all of those things, attend this course. This course gives you the interviews and job. Okay. Yeah. So Kafka in GCP you can use. Kafka is equal to PubSub here. You say them. I do not have an experience on the Kafka, but I worked on PubSub. I would like to tell you about answers on the PubSub only. Okay, you lead your interview. Okay, so I'll tell you these kind of things. You don't have to worry about. See, it's not that everyone knows everything. Okay, so if you know something, and I say, so he's asking about the Kafka. He's not looking for the Kafka developer, right? There isn't any job like Kafka developer. It is one of the part only. So you say that I do not have an exposure to the Kafka, but I have a very good answer. A very good experience on the PubSub, which is similar to the Kafka. Given chance, I would be learning the Kafka also. Okay, if you tell them, he'll be very happy to recruit you. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm telling you again. That's what I'm telling you. You say them, I do not have an experience. Given the chance, I would join your company. I would learn in your project within less time because I already have an exposure to the PubSub, which is very similar to the Kafka. That's how you manage. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Pankaj. A notice period that I'll tell you at the in our upcoming sessions, guys. For 90 days, you have to manage it in such a way that I'll tell you. So there's a very big trick on behind it. I'll tell you how you can able to handle this one. Okay. So 90 tricks, 90 days. Most of the companies nowadays, even when I was working in Accenture, also I was working in Accenture also. I came out of it with a very simply by I almost cracked 6 to 7 interviews. I finally joined in this one. I currently working in 2 companies, but I'm telling you guys, you can easily come out of it. I'll tell you the way. Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course. That's very important topic, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, uh, yes, Maruti Wonkade, I think. I'm not sure whether how to call it. Yeah. Wonkade. Yeah. You have any question? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Of course, it is possible. See, I'm telling you, if you are a mechanical engineer also, or if you are a production engineer also, whoever you are, if you wanted to get a job, this course is for you guys. Okay, but learn SQL, learn SQL. Okay, learn SQL. That is a prerequisite for this course. Okay, yeah. Even though they check it, they don't find anything. Okay, they don't find anything. Yeah. No, don't worry. You can always talk. See, 1 year I say by default it is 1 year. You can always connect us and they will extend it. That's not a problem at all, right? So if you pay money, you will be having the access to the video. That's not a problem at all. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yes. Prasanna Lakshmi. Sorry. I muted you again. Can you talk now? Yes, Prasanna Lakshmi. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Can we access the course material after this course?
Of course. This course material you will be having lifetime access. Don't worry because it's with me. Okay. Even if I am not teaching GCP, also you will be having access. Okay. Okay, because it's on the online, right? It's not stored somewhere. It's on online. Whenever you access the link, you will be having an access. I
Okay.
have to provide you the
Lifetime
access. I will provide
access.
you. Yes, I'll provide you the access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Yes. So I see some of the people are asking, sir, the price, sir. For the price, you can always connect with our team. They will help you on the price. I think. So the course fee is 12K, guys. I think yeah, the course fee is 12K only. You can connect with our team. They will help you on that. And some people are asking the questions related to, sir, I'm unable to raise my hand. I have a question. Yes, Apurup, you have any question? Yes, you can go ahead now. Apurup.
Hello, sir. This
Yes,
is
please.
Aprup. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, please.
Yeah, hi. I'm actually attending from US
Okay.
this
Okay.
course, and I'm actually a staff data engineer
That's great.
here
Okay.
in Albertsons companies. So
Uh-huh.
just wanted to, I heard from you that there's also a morning course available because right now it's morning for
Correct.
us,
Okay,
right?
correct. Yeah.
So I can check with the admin team on that, sir.
For the morning, you can check with it. But the thing is that that particular morning batch is already in the middle. But you can connect with him. You can join this batch, one thing. And
Okay.
whenever the new batch on the morning starts, you can again jump there for free. No issues.
Sure, sir. I'm actually trying to manage my time to attend this call itself, like
Sure.
this morning, sorry, night call for you. So I'm trying to manage, but I'll check with the admin team once.
You can do that. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. So, sir, I'm real MCA candidate. Can I expect opportunity from GC? Of course, you can expect. So you should. I'm telling you guys, you have an opportunities for the GCP. There isn't anything. Say any discount on the fees. You can connect with them. See, discounts. I'm not. You can always connect with our team guys. They will help you on the discount, please. Okay. So those who are coming from different institutes, different persons, right? You can connect with your own person. They will help you on the discount. Yes, please. Okay. Yeah. Anupam, you have any question?
Yes, sir. So, sir, my question is,
Mm-hmm.
mm, I'm on bench in my
Mm-hmm.
company.
Okay.
So they are tagging me into one project where these all kinds of technology which are they are using, like
Great. Great.
BigQuery, Cloud Composer, and Airflow.
Great to
Right?
hear that. Okay. Okay.
Yes, you are saying correct. These are very hot demanding topics right now.
Correct.
But sir, my question is, if I stuck in my project, suppose
Correct.
if any chance, could you a little bit help provide on this?
So don't worry about that, Anupam. So what happens is that we will be creating a group. So
Okay,
you paste your question whenever you have anything. Okay, people will help. One thing.
sure.
And we are having the live sessions. You can ask me in the session also. I'll try to help you. That is second thing. Third thing is that we have plenty of people who already I see here many people are already here. So if they know it, they will help you also, right? 3%, right? So for sure there you get a help here.
Because
Okay,
sir, I have experience to work on on-premises cluster,
great. Okay.
Spark and Hadoop, but not in cloud.
Don't worry. For sure
Previously,
you will
I
get.
was using AWS, like all the bus, not GCP.
Okay.
So
Got it.
that's
Don't
why I'm
worry. I
saying.
got your point. I got your point, Anupam. But for sure
Yes.
you will get help. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yes, Purna Sharma.
Thanks, sir. So I have a different query. Do you also teach course on DevOps, Google
Of
Cloud
course.
related to DevOps, means
Correct.
oriented
Correct.
toward?
GCP DevOps I used to teach, but that batch was recently completed. I think last week only completed. We have to plan the next batch, and the dates we have not planned yet, but we will we will advertise it. Yeah, whenever it is.
So
Okay.
is there any way to access the previous class?
You can connect with our admin team. They'll help you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yes, Rohit. You have any question? The basic knowledge. So I'm gonna paste it, guys. What knowledge you required on the SQL. So some people say, right? So I'm gonna copy the SQL concepts. So because we have time, right? We are not directly going for the coding, right? So I'm going to paste here the SQL concepts. Whenever you get time, right? For first 10 classes, we don't worry about SQL or Python because we are need to make our cloud basics strong. So that's the reason during this time, if you are wanted to brush up your SQL or if you wanted to learn SQL, you can focus on it. I have pasted the concepts in the chart also. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's one thing. And what is tomorrow? What we are going to start tomorrow, if you ask me, guys, tomorrow is our demo session 2. Very interesting session that you all must attend the session. I would say that it's because that we are going to see why we need the cloud platform, because some people know why the cloud came into the picture, some people does not know. So if you are working on some company, how people were working in the cloud, how people were working in the on-premises working model, and how people are facing a lot of challenges with the help of the on-premises working model, and how cloud came into the picture, and how people are comfortably working in the cloud. Let us try to see it tomorrow. That is what is our topic tomorrow, guys. The on-premises versus cloud computing. After that, I will talk about multiple things such as GCP interfaces, right? So we have a multiple interfaces such as console, cloud shell, cloud SDK, and cloud API, and all of those things. In our upcoming sessions, I will also tell you how to create a free tier account in the console walkthrough. After that, our topic by topic, we are going to cover it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is it for today. If anyone have any questions, you can ask me, guys. You please raise your hand if anyone have any questions. I think I have given you a lot of time, guys. If anyone have any questions, you can ask. Tomorrow is our first topic we are going to start. Today is totally about the topic, demos, questions, and all of these things, right? We are going to slowly start our topic from tomorrow onwards. Yes. Actual topic. Tomorrow is an actual topic. It is not a demo topic. Okay. It's actual topic. Yes. Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
initially
Yes.
you teach SQL or starting from
SQL
cloud?
is SQL. I am not going to tell you, guys. SQL is on you. I told you, right?
Prerequisite.
Yeah. Python is whenever it is required, I will talk about Python. PySpark also. Okay. Initially, we will be focusing on cloud basics, and after that, Linux. After that, one or two topics will be covered. Then the Python and PySpark and Apache Beam will come into the picture. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. I think this is it for today. Advanced SQL is
Sir,
not required, guys. Advanced SQL is not required. Basic SQL is more than enough. Yeah. Not
sir,
required. Not
if you
required.
want to,
Not required. Yeah.
sir, one more question, sir.
Yes, please. Subhash.
Sir, if you go for the interview by putting 3.5 to 4 years of experience, then how many project you want to put in our resume?
You put any number of projects also. They will ask you one project, last project only. Okay. So I suggest you to go and put some 2 projects. Okay. Yeah. 2 or 3 projects, because I mentioned plenty of these end-to-end pipelines. All end-to-end pipeline is nothing but a project only. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. I think this is it for today. And we will meet tomorrow, guys. We will meet tomorrow and we are going to see our very first topic, that is, okay, the very first topic, that is why we need the cloud platform, that I'm going to talk about tomorrow, guys. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. We will meet tomorrow at the same time at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Don't miss it. Thank you, guys. Hope you have learned something today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye.